Okay everyone, so today, for the second episode of my Survivors of the Purge behind the scenes VFX breakdown, we are going to be going over the blasterable effect in the rooftop chase scene, which I'm going to show right here. So yeah, we're going to take 12 seconds and watch that. Okay, so that scene it's just 12 seconds of footage, and it is the same blasterable effect I used in my landing pad shootout video 4 weeks ago now. Right there. So yeah, I've used it twice now, and I really like it, and I'm planning on continuing to use it. So today I'm going to go over how I put that together. So if I go through my my visual effects folder, you can see that I have this blasterable red PNG file right here. This is what I use to make the VFX effect. That's actually just this image that I got off of Brickset for the red lightsaber blade piece, and I made it transparent, took all the white out of it, and just made it a slightly transparent red PNG file. And I also have a green one that I haven't used yet, and I'm hoping to sometime soon. Then you can see all my old blaster effects. They're not the greatest gunshot effects that I haven't used in a while. All that fun stuff. So yeah, so I import it into HitFilm with my footage and go about keyframing it. So I'm actually going to just put a random new one here. So let's assume that he's shooting there. Oh, he's not. Okay, let's go ahead until we find a place where it'd be reasonable to put a. Here, let's just put an extra blast right there. And I'll shrink this down and line that up. And all we're going to do is we're going to say transform. And I want to go with position. I want to do keyframe position. It's important. So I'm going to drag it to where I want it to start, which is right on the end of the blaster barrel here. As you can see, there's no movement right now, and it just appears. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 2 frames ahead, and I'm going to click on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this out until it's off the screen. See, and now it's going to travel off the screen, and then I can go here and I can trim it down, and the blaster bolt no longer exists after that point where it vanishes off the screen. So it's just a simple position keyframe right there. And then to do the glow effect, so right now I'm going to, actually I don't remember how I did this. Let's see what is the effect. It's a neon glow. I knew that. It is a neon glow that I put on there. Color intensity 9. Okay. So to do the blaster bolt, we want on top here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to lights and flares. We're going to pick up a neon glow effect, and we're going to drag it over to our blasterbolt.png layer that's on top of our thing here. So let's go. So now it's glowing white, and we don't really want that because that doesn't look good, does it? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to color. We're going to choose this nice bright orange right here. That looks a little more like a blaster. So I'm going to choose 0.9 for the intensity, and that just makes it glow a little bit more. And that's all I did. That was the only effect I did with it. That was it. It's that simple. And then it just travels. And I need to move it a little bit more. So as you can see, we have a little bit of glow there around the edge. That was not what I wanted to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but we have some. That's in. Out. What we need to do is on this frame, we're going to drag it out a little bit more so we can no longer see any of the orange on the visible part of the screen. So now, as you can see, there's nothing here. I don't even know if you can see my cursor right now, but if you can, there's nothing just about where the light gray layer of the upper railing of this rooftop meets the dark gray portion right below it. That's about where the glow was. And there's the blaster bolt coming back. All fine and dandy. And then I'm gonna leave this here for the time being. So we can come back to it so that you get all this, and that was fun getting all the angles done, tracking it to where Quinlan's blasters were shooting. And then this stormtrooper is going to get killed. And as you can see, we got some sparks coming out of his chest there. And I believe that's actually this effect. Nope, that's not this effect. That's this effect. So what all this is a three-dimensional spark effect. Here, I'll put another one on. Let's put another three-dimensional spark effect on there. Sparks. So I go to my quick 3D effects, grab my sparks, and we'll put it right there for the time being. And yeah, that worked brilliantly. So we can't see any of it where we are. So let's just drag it here. Okay, now we got this huge array of sparks, and if I drag this, I can just spin it out wherever I want it. And we can move it like this, and we can move it back in the three-dimensional plane, and we can move it this way, and we can rotate it this way, and this way. We can just rotate it any way we want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to the original, what we got when we moved it. So there we go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to scale it. So I'm going to go to transform, and I'm going to scale it down to about 20% of its original size. And I'm going to drag this around, put it about where I want it, and then I'm going to move it. I'm going to drag it to about where we want this blast to hit, and I'm going to rotate it a little bit until it looks good. And let's say that looks pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Sparks, and we're going to go to Spread. I like to do a 90-degree spread, and we want a 200 on the amount. We want it to be a lot of sparks going on there. And then you can change the color however you want it. So let's just make them blue for the sake of doing it. Now we got some blue sparks coming off his chest. That doesn't look good. So let's try black sparks. I haven't done this. How does this look like? Well, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool, actually. I might actually go with that. I don't know. So yeah, and then I don't even. What's the star ratio thing? I don't know. Don't know what that did. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the blaster bolt effect is. It's just sparks for when it hits. I'm gonna remove that now because I can't have extra stuff. And then the blaster bolt mask, as I've shown you, is just a simple position keyframe and a glow effect, a neon glow effect added to that. So yeah, it's really quite simple. So I'm going to remove that, and we're going to save this file. And I'm going to go see if I have. I do not have this. So I'm going to take this. Let's take this image. I'm going to make a new one of it. I'm going to open it. I do all my photo editing in GIMP 2.8. I want to say. So yeah, open GIMP, and this will take a few seconds. That's photos. So yesterday I did the VFX breakdown of the backflip with clay masking that I had to do, so that was nice. And let's open up our tool options, and let's open up our layers. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my layer, I'm going to go to transparency, I'm going to add an alpha channel. Now it can be transparent. I'm going to go back to that, and I'm going to say color to alpha, and it's automatically going to select white. It automatically goes to white for your transparency color. So literally, that's all I had to do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my rotate tool. I'm going to rotate it. Now ideally I would have put this on a larger background first, because as you can see it kind of jumps off our visible thing here. So I'm going to scale it down, reset. I'm going to lock it before I scale it down. And we're going to scale it down so it fits entirely in our visible area here. And we can rotate it again to level it out a little bit. Just whatever you need to do is rotate that, and then just export it as a PNG file. Make sure it keeps the transparency. That's really all it is. I'm going to delete that. I don't need that right now. So I am planning on using this effect again in Star Wars: The Purge. It's looking like it's going to be in at least 2 more scenes. That's all I can think of off the top of my head for the script for that. Which is it's a massive script. Star Wars: The Purge is a massive script. open up Word here. 31 pages, and I'm not going to show you a lot of that because a lot of that's spoilery. So I did a thing today, and I actually really like this. I did a render for hyperspace travel, and I kind of like how it turned out, but at the same time it needs more work. So yeah, proud of that. That was all hit film CGI, so that's pretty cool. Voice actors, there's all my voice actor scripts. No one's given me anything yet, so all of these folders are empty. Behind the scenes, everything's in here, guys. Capture, there's nothing in that. I haven't filmed that scene yet. Pretty much, let's see. Kingdom vs. Vader. I should have some behind the scenes photos here. So yeah, most of these I've put up on the Instagrams. But yeah, so there's everything else. As you can see, I guess I have random figures sitting around on set. So there's, I believe that's Celebration, Han Solo without his hair. Kanan and Vader sitting there off to the side. Just some close-ups on set. There. And there's Kanan and Vader being best buds after filming's over. I love goofing off with the figures after filming's over when I don't have to be serious about it anymore. One Man Army was a big scene. I loved this set. This set was probably one of the best I did with the rooftop set. I filmed this right after filming the rooftop escape, the rooftop chase scene, with a different background and a different skyline, and I clearly changed the rooftop setup itself. It's a much dirtier. Now we're down in the underworld versus up on the upper levels of Coruscant. And we just got some nice things. Vader's talking to some stormtroopers and a shock trooper. There's the background of my desk, which is a sloppy mess. Background of the set. My backdrops are literally just, it's standard 8.5 by 11 printer paper, trimmed down to size and then taped together with bricks behind them. There's this picture of the script. Kanan's on set there for that scene. One Man Army. I mean, that's a Jedi for you, right? Yeah, I loved that scene. That scene was fun to film. I actually came up with a pretty nice blooper for that one. No, I'll show that here. This is the only time I'm going to show this blooper until I put out the blooper reel video and the full behind the scenes video for the entire production of Survivors of the Purge. So here's this, and then I have to go because I have things to deal with. So yeah. Go back to the beginning one more time on that because the video didn't load fast enough. So here you go. So yeah, there we go. Have a nice day, and may the Force be with you.